welcome. My name is Michele Willoughby and I'm a certified executive pastry chef, and I'm coming to you today from the Wasserstrom Culinary Theater in Mitchell Hall. Today we are going to make one dough, tweak it just a little bit to execute all of these different pastries. So I'll let you check these out. We're going to begin by making our dough. Now, I will make a little statement here. For instance, we have arugula, we have kolache style. There are some more, I guess, authentic recipes that might have a sour cream or something like that. But basically, we wanted to be able to produce a lot with what we have on hand using one formula. So we are starting today in our mixer creamy method. We're going to use the paddle attachment. And it is 1 pound of butter and 13.5 ounces of cream cheese. And we're just going to get this nice and creamy. Scrape is needed, especially down at the bottom of the bowl. There's kind of like a little belly button. Make sure we scrape there and the paddle. What you're going to notice in the dough today, there is no leavener. You will not see a baking powder, a baking soda. So the point I want to make is what you stamp out, for instance here, is what's going to come out of the oven. It's not going to lose its shape. It's not going to spread or anything like that. It's going to just be as it goes in the oven. Okay, give this a scrape. And of course you want the cream cheese and the butter room temperature to begin with. Pinch of salt, and then a pound of all-purpose flour. We'll just add this all at once. Salt and flour. Actually, I'm going to go in 2 increments on this flour. The dough is so versatile. When it's first out of the mixer, if you would like to shape it, we can pipe it, scoop it. It's very easy to use right when it's fresh. And then for rolling purposes, we will put it in the cooler and let it firm up a little bit. Our dough is ready. Again, it came together so nicely in the mixer. And at this stage, I'm going to do a couple of the shapes here that do not require chilling. So for instance, for the thumbprint, I can go with a small scoop, so easy. Scoop some of these. So I like to smooth these first and then use the back of a measuring spoon to do a nice indentation. Nice and smooth. You can use a little flour on this guy. And I can fill these with jam and they can go in the oven. Now, let me talk to you about jam quickly. Not all commercial products that you get at the store can withstand an oven. So a good brand to look for, Hero. Some of the stores locally carry them. Giant Eagle did, I know, for a long time. They can go in the oven, they can come out, they're nice, because some of the other ones might melt out of your cookie. And if that's the case, maybe you fill them part way when they're baked or even when they're done baking. So again, so you can do a nice thumbprint. Another one we can do today, it's very simplistic. It's just a rolled sugar cookie. And I just used a coarse sugar on the outside. I could use a plain sugar. Again, my scoop's just a little bit larger. So easy. So you can determine if you want to go with different colored sugars, clear, sugar of the raw, any of those. Again, I like to smooth them. And then what I would do before they go in is flatten them slightly, so they'll spread out just a little bit. And again, they go in the oven and they come out and they're all ready to go. Great. For the kolache shape today, basically we're just going to fold a couple corners over. I start with a rectangle of dough. Here we have this wonderful multiple wheel pastry cutter. I'm going to give a measure here, about 2.5 inches and by 3, and that way we'll get a nice rectangle. So all I need to do is bring this guy right down. Rotate my tray. Measure again. And then we have these great rectangles to work with. Pause. So we have our kolache rectangles. I started to fill them. I have a raspberry jam, apricot jam. If we'd like, I can do, one of my favorites would be a meringue. I could take some almonds, let's say 2 ounces of almonds. Add 2 ounces of sugar and just enough egg white to hold it together. Sprinkle it on here and it's crunchy. If you ever come to the cafe, we use it on our almond toast. It's delicious. I have some jam here again today though, so I'm going to just fold this over. Nice little pinch. And I can bake them. Again, you can do a nut filling, jam, you could do cinnamon and sugar. I can also do powdered sugar either when they go in the oven or when they come out. Excellent. For the arugula here, I have a piece of dough and I trimmed the outside. I just flipped over a pie pan so that I could create a nice clean edge. And what we're going to do is put our fillings of choice on. Again, you have, oh my goodness, the endless choices. I'm going to go with some jam, some pecans, some cinnamon and sugar. You could do a butter filling. Apricot pistachio is one of my faves. Today, we're going to go apricot jam. I'm going to get close to the outside. I'm going to go with pecans. And some cinnamon and sugar. Now I'm going to press this down a little bit. I'm going to cut it like a pizza. Back. And then all I need to do is roll each piece. and then they go in the oven, and then you'll have that product when it comes out. Next, we're gonna make our pecan filling. Now, if you ever look for recipes for these little guys, they're called tassies. So I started to look them up, and they state that they're Scottish, but if you think of the filling that goes in this type of pie, they have like transparent pie, the South has like your chess pie, but this is just a little pecan tassie, so it would be a mini. You're gonna notice that the filling is not as wet as a large pie. They're very easy to use. So we're starting with some melted butter. It's 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 3/4 cup of brown sugar. But I want to encourage you, if you like maple, you can take out 1/3 of the brown sugar and replace it with an equal amount of maple syrup, pure maple syrup. And if you like that fall pecan maple flavor, you can do it very easily. So I've got melted butter, 3/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm going to go with a pinch of salt because I know that salt brings out sweet. 2 eggs. And we're just going to mix this until it comes together and is smooth. Okay, to prepare our tassies today, we have a small mini tart pan. These are Wilton, so they're readily available at your local store, like a Walmart. I'm going to use a tool today. This is called a tart pusher. You can find them online. This is an old one. It's kind of weighted. It has 2 sides, small, large. I'm going to begin by making a ball of dough, placing it in here. I did spray the pan. I'm going to use the small end, and I'm going to press down just to create a dent. Then I'm going to go back with the wider side and be a little more intentional to push against the sides. Again, make sure you probably want to flour so it doesn't stick. So easy. Nice. So again, a little tart pusher. We are going to put in about a teaspoon of filling in each shell. And then I just need to top off with a few pecan pieces. Since the filling is a little more firm, they pop up nicely when they're baked. You'll see them in your oven. You're going to notice that they're golden brown delicious around the outside, and the filling is going to rise up. It'll be very visual for you, so you'll know that they're done. All of these doughs today, I bake them in a convection oven at about 325 degrees. I had to keep an eye on them. They're different sizes, so the baking times will vary. Just keep an eye on them and let them talk to you. You're just going to get golden brown delicious on them, and you'll know when you can take them out. And so those are the pecan tassie. I do want to mention a great nugget. This is a really good tip for you to put in your pocket. In any recipe, about any recipe, you can replace the flour with an equal amount of cocoa at about 1/3. So basically, if I had a recipe that was 3 pounds flour, I could take out 1 pound, replace it with 1 pound cocoa powder. And again, that way we use one formula, and that is how we got our chocolate cookie. We replaced 1/3 of the flour with an equal amount of cocoa powder. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Rayleigh Harper with the School of Hospitality Management and Culinary Arts at Columbus State Community College. We hope you're enjoying our new YouTube channel and would love for you to subscribe to see more videos and chef demonstrations. Also, please visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Lastly, you can visit cscc.edu, the Hospitality Department page, if you would like to learn more information about our programs and our school.